So the transfer window is about to open and we're already getting an insight into the type of players that Sean Dyche is going after. Welcome to your Forest transfer news. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to your latest Forest transfer news. Coming up, we're going to talk to you about the players that are potentially coming into Forest and those ones that might be leaving Forest this transfer window, how much business Forest are planning to do, and do these players excite you or not? So if you're enjoying getting back into the swing of the transfer market, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button. Please do subscribe if you're new to Forest Fan TV for your daily Forest news, even in the holiday period. Hope you're enjoying yours and getting to see your family and everything else. And don't forget to check out our Patreon page where we got exclusive news on Chris Wood, some interesting rumours floating around about why he's been out. So make sure you check that out. You can scan that QR code or click on the link down below. Okay, let's jump into this. And Dwight McNeil. Okay, I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he's a great player, though. I think he is a meh player. Dwight McNeil, who Sean Dyche has coached at Burnley and at Everton, is now being heavily linked to Forest. My biggest issue with Dwight McNeil is his pace, man. I think if cement was strapped to my boots, I could move quicker. He's not very quick, but he can score a goal. He can play both wings. He scored against Forest, I think, in one of Cooper's last matches, if I remember rightly. Roll the clip if we have one of it. So he's got a good finish on him. He's a player for me that, if he's in a purple patch, does okay. Outside of that, no, and I'll be honest, I don't rate him. But this is one of the reasons I didn't want Sean Dyche, is Sean Dyche for me isn't a manager who can attract the kind of players that we do need, and there's going to be a lot of these ex-players that he's worked with and that he's trusted from his Burnley days, from his Everton days, that I think Forest are going to be linked to. This was my worry, and we're seeing it already. I'm so expecting Ashley Young to be linked shortly. I really am. So this was spoken about from John Percy, so a good source on this. I'll run you through parts of the article in a second. And we also know about some players that might be being moved on. One of them is Taiwo. So that's good news. Look, I love what Taiwo has done for Forest, but let's be real. I'm surprised he's still classified as a football player. So he's one that could potentially be going. I'll tell you what, let's quickly kind of run through the headlines of the article. It was behind a paywall. I've got you guys hooked up, so let's go through it. So it says Sean Dyche is targeting a reunion with Everton winger Dwight McNeil as he prepares for his first transfer window at Forest. McNeil has been identified as a potential signing by Dyche next month, with Forest also prioritising the addition of a new left-back. Get rid of Zinchenko. Dyche managed McNeil twice before at Burnley and at Everton, and wants to offer the former England under-21 international a fresh start at the City Ground. McNeil had started just one Premier League game for Everton this season, but manager David Moyes is likely to delay sanctioning a deal until Ndiaye is back from AFCON with Senegal. Dewsbury Hall, the midfielder, is also sidelined with a hamstring injury. There's some stats for him. Wow. Forest are not expecting a busy January, and the aim is to be conservative after spending nearly 200 million on signings in the summer. There is an intention to be agile if an unexpected opportunity arises, but Forest are determined to remain compliant with PSR rules. Dyche also has injured players Chris Wood, Ola Aina and Ryan Yates available soon, while 25 million signing Dillian Bakwa is back in contention. Here's the bit on the outgoings though. There could be outgoings for players not figuring in the squad, such as Taiwo, Bolly and Angus Gunn, to make room for any new additions. Now, we heard the rumours on Angus Gunn a while back that he wanted some game time. It's like, so why did you sign as a second player? But anyway, Taiwo is keen to remain in England if possible. Good luck with that, mate. Callum Mwendo, 26 million summer signing from Reims, has interest from clubs in League On, but has performed regularly, so basically he'll be staying. And it is understood that McAtee will not be allowed to go out on loan despite limited first team opportunities. McAtee is highly rated by coaching staff and the recruitment team and regarded as a strong long-term signing who will only improve. One source says that the England under-21 international was outstanding in training sessions. Another left-back is high on the club's list, with options being explored in January. And then it goes on to talk about like Nico Williams and stuff. Okay, so quite a bit to talk about there. Let's start with McAtee. Look, I am annoyed at McAtee right now. I can't lie to you guys, and I think I said it in the post-match for Fulham. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my eye. But he's not performed to what I expected. But in a weird way, I do agree with what the club is saying. He does have that long-term potential. There is a good player in there. We've seen it at Man City. You could argue we've seen it at Sheffield. I mean, can anyone play good at Sheffield? So there is potential there. I actually disagree with what they should do with him. If he's not going to get in the team, loan him out. Get him 6 months at, I don't know, maybe Sheffield or something like that, just to get him ticking along ready for the pre-season. And then decide what you're doing with Gibbs White. Because I don't think Gibbs White wants to stay. I'm not getting the staying signals from Gibbs White, if I'm being honest with you. And maybe that's me overreading into his performances on the pitch. But man, they stink right now. They really do. But Callum Mwendo staying, I think, is good. I think we will need him. And if Chris Wood is back, now I've heard some rumours. Like I said, they're over on Patreon, so make sure you check that out. That's a positive. And Einar and the other thing is Hutchinson will both be registered for the Europa League squad. I can't remember. I think Einar is registered in the Premier League squad. So as soon as he's fit, he can come back. It's the Europa League squad where he got omitted from. So look, it sounds like it's not going to be a busy transfer window unless a market opportunity comes, as the phrase goes. But Dwight McNeil, man, I can't lie to you guys. I'm trying to get excited about him. I just can't. And the reason being is this. Why were Forest so lethal last season? Because when we counter-attacked with pace. You had Elanga breaking in behind the lines. You had Hudson-Odoi who looked faster last season. And you had Gibbs White who could shift it a bit. If you're going to bring a Dwight McNeil in, you're not counter-attacking quick. And you know what? I haven't even spoken to Mike, our Everton mate, about it. But he's complained to me several times about Dwight McNeil and how that slows the transition of their play down. So I don't know how this works in terms of the system we're trying to do. What is our identity right now? All these things. Are we slowly morphing into a Burnley or an Everton under Dyche? I think I just threw up in my mouth. But anyway, that's the transfer news to get us warmed up going into the transfer window, which opens on the 1st of January. I need to know what you guys think on Dwight McNeil. Get me excited by him, or do you think you kind of agree with what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. Shout out to you guys for watching as always. Here's to another year. Here's to another year of talking about Forest. So thank you so much for all your support so far. Please make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Go check out a couple of videos. I'll leave it on the end screen for you. If you're bored and got nothing else to do, come on you Reds.